Oh, good. You must be eating fairly sensibly, Jess, to be holding your weight when you're not doing anything. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Yeah, okay.
They have a bus that comes to work every day, and I buy a small chicken Caesar wrap. They cost about $3. I eat that every day.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Is that all you eat till tonight?
I won't have gin tonight, but no, today that's pretty much all I've eaten.
Oh, any wonder you're not putting on weight.
Oh yeah, and I weigh 70 kilos. 70. No bullshit. 70.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're doing mighty, Jesse.
Oh yeah. Yeah, well, in contrast to how heavy I used to be, at one point I was 82 kilos.
Well, between eating and drinking, and now you're working hard, making money, things are going well. Well, mainly things are going well with you mentally. And of course, I know, and you now know, that if things are going well mentally, mate, it's all over in whatever area.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
You all right? Here we are, ready to rock.
I am.
All right. Big session.
That's good.
Righto. Okay.
We like things big, don't we, Jake?
What's that, mate?
I said we like things big.
We're going to keep things clean. This is being recorded. Keep it clean, please.
All
right.
That's not beer you're drinking.
No, that's water.
Look like I had froth on it to me.
All right. Okay. So, all right. I'll start sharing the screen. We'll get serious. Where am I? Share the screen. Okay. Here we go. All right. Session 5. Okay. So let's go. Okay. All right. Shut down all devices. Well, no, we're good with that. All right. Get your feathers. Who's got a feather? Feather and pen.
I got a pen. That'll do.
Errol Flynn would have bought his feather.
Yep, on my horse.
Definitely. Anyway, I've got a notepad pen.
Now, but yeah, take notes. Definitely take notes. The thing about taking notes, right, is and I'm really discovering this in a major way with the people that I'm working with, boxing training. There's passive learning and there's active learning, right? Now, so passive learning is, when you're watching something and you're taking in, and you are taking it in, but it doesn't really sort of stick with you because you're not engaging emotionally or your senses. So that's why blokes like Tony Robbins, you ever notice Tony Robbins and coaches like that, and they're always saying, so if you agree with me, hands up, put your hand up if you agree with me, and say yes. And so the reason they think, what are you, mad? What do I have to do that for? And the reason they're doing that is to get you emotionally engaged. It's just like when you listen to a motivating speaker or someone that you'd like to listen to. It gets your neurons firing because your body's involved, your voice is involved, and if you're taking notes, you just basically, scientifically, they've proven if you listen passively, you will probably retain about 15%. If you listen actively, depending on how active you are, the more active you are, you'll retain it and it'll stay with you. It's like those memories that you had where there was emotion involved because it was something that was meaningful to you. That memory, man, you remember it. You remember that memory. But then there's 1,000 memories and you don't remember that, they're not meaningful to you because you weren't emotionally engaged. And so they're in one ear and out the other. So take notes, definitely take notes. Right. Yeah, they're big on the not eating. I don't know why, but I guess it's because you're not maybe you're engaged, you're emotionally attached to the food if you're eating. Okay, here we go. Let's rock and roll. Now, this is where we were. This is where we were. Now, the reason this is important, the reason we go on about this is because, once again, see, the whole program is based on this philosophy that I absolutely believe in that things are not happening to us, they're happening through us.
Yep.
And so it's about reprogramming. We're not victims. We're not victims. I know, I absolutely agree. Sometimes it feels like we're experiencing victim-like circumstances, but I don't believe that's true at all. It's happening through us.
Yep.
So we don't have an enemy except ourselves. Meaning we've got to get ourselves working for us, our minds working for us, our bodies working for us. So it becomes a program of repetition. It's just like Shelley and Trav, you guys would know this more than anyone probably in the group, because you're doing it with your bodies. You're teaching people to do it with their bodies, and their bodies are improving. Your bodies are awesome. Their bodies are improving. But you've got to do the same thing with your mind. If you're half-assed, you'll get half-assed results. And so one of the reasons why I bring this chart up is to hold you accountable, because you've got to get serious with yourself. So this is where we were at the end of 2023. And so you can see Rick's right up there. He's put a lot into it. Everyone else is on a par there, give or take a bit. But you can see there's a lot of room for improvement. So that was where we were at the end of the year. Now, since the year started, things have changed a bit. And as you can see there, Shelley and Trav, you can lift your game, which basically means just get more serious about consciously taking action about your thoughts. So you got to go on the app. Even if it just seems meaningless, just do it. Go on the app and register your thoughts. And when you register your thoughts, you then, if they're good thoughts, that's great. Program them. And this is what I do. I do it religiously. I go on the app, I program my thoughts, even if it's meaningless. I go, righto, about to start the crew, getting ready for that. And then I go to my power thoughts, and I go, yeah, agree with that. Now, there are other times when what happens is, like I've started doing the boxing coaching, and some of it's just going awesome. I mean, really getting quite a few clients, and they're getting results. And then the last 2 days, I've had 4 cancellations, and I had 5 sessions and 4 cancellations, which basically means there was two sessions yesterday and today, but straight away I thought, right, go to the app. And so I went to the app and feeling frustrated. People are canceling on me. But then what happened was I went to the app, and then strolled through my power thoughts, and I just read the app that said, guard your heart with all diligence, for out of it flow the forces of life. And that's meaningful to me, because I know, right, hang on, don't let that negative situation get in. And the next one I read said, every situation, every obstacle is an opportunity for me to demonstrate who I really am. Every obstacle is an opportunity for me to demonstrate. So I thought, right, here's an opportunity. I'm going to say, this situation with the canceling of the clients is going to work out brilliantly well for me. This situation is going to work out well for me. Every obstacle is an opportunity for me to demonstrate who I really am. And I said it again, and I said it again. My heart, that was my mind. My heart started to get engaged. Said, yes, mate, take this opportunity to demonstrate who you are. And then bang, I'm back on track. Controlled my state, and I know now I'm a force that is going in the direction that I want to go in.
Yep, gotcha.
I'd say that as an example of how to use the app. Program your thoughts in there, make them awesome, make them about yourself or about your future. And then when you're going well, go on it and say, I'm going well, and I'm going to keep going well. And then when you go and shit, go on it. And I'm going well. And then, of course, do the meditations. So, Jesse, well done to you, mate. You've lifted your game big time. So, what's happening there with you, mate? What's going on?
Well, I made a conscious effort to put in. I have no regular routine with it, but I knew I had to live my game for number one. Number two, I do have some goals set out now. Like I'm moving out in 3 weeks. I'm very nervous about that, but I also know, even though I have a right to be nervous about it, even that in itself, I can do something about that and put the work in there. So I'm doing a lot of mental work in that, in contrast to worrying about it.
That's good.
I'm doing a lot of work in actually
All right.
positive thinking on that, and also just in terms of, I do a couple of affirmations on the road driving to work, do a couple of affirmations as soon as I get in the car after work. I can't do much at work because no phones at work.
Okay.
But basically, I just knew I had to live my game.
All right.
And I
That's
feel,
good.
I
That's
feel
good,
better
Jess.
as a result of that.
Yeah, for sure, mate. Now, that's
Kieran,
really good. Now,
Kieran,
I'll just cut you short because we've got heaps to do. But what's great about that is a demonstration of what you've done there. That's fantastic, mate. You got to have goals in life. You've got to have a vision. You've got to, not because you have to achieve, but because of what it does to you. It causes you to get your ass in gear. It causes you to motivate yourself and go and align your forces and go, this is where I'm going. If you, there's a scripture where the people perish, where there is no vision, the people perish. You've got to have a vision. Where are you going? Where are you going? And it's because that's how you grow. That's how you grow. Don't wait. I mean, I've done this. Don't wait for problems to cause you to grow. I mean, you can, but it's a shit way to go about it. Go pick your goal, mark your target. You will grow in order to get there. So it's not about attaining the goal. It's about who you become. It's about who you become to get there. And so people in life that accomplish things are people that go for things and they get engaged with their vision of where they want to go, and it brings them to life. There's another scripture that resonates with me. When desire comes, it is a tree of life. Have desires. I think that's one of the things that you've done fantastic, Dad, that a lot of people, when they get older, what happens is they stop dreaming and they stop having desires. And that it's the life goes, because what am I here for? You have to have a vision. You have to have a goal. You have to have a dream. It ignites you. And there's no, what are you except energy? That's what you are. So you need to light your energy. You need passion. You need love for the goal, love for the dream, love for who you want to be. And if you do that, what it does, it helps you forget, especially some of you, if you're in a hard time, and let's face it, some people in some other countries are in a very hard time because all you see around you is misery or shit or whatever it is. But it's that vision for something better that keeps you alive, and that's what your spirit is hanging on to. And then you engage your mind, you engage your heart, you use your mouth, you use your mind, go, that's where I'm going. That's where I'm going. And that allows you to get up in the morning motivated, because who wants to get up in the morning thinking, I've got to pay those fucking bills again? What's the point, And I believe that that's why we have depression and things like that. And that's why we have suicide rates that are off the charts in a country where people are blessed. Because they've got no vision, they've got no passion. And you need to ignite your vision, ignite your passion, and dare to dream. And then, but of course, the reason we don't do that, a lot of us, is because we just don't think we can achieve it. But I'm saying you can achieve it, but there are protocols, there are recipes for success, and you do need to follow the recipe, and that's what this program is all about. So we'll keep moving. All right, this is we did the weekly. We're going to do the 4 laws. All right, before we go on, I want to do a meditation. So we're going to do a meditation. I'll put it on my phone. I'll put it near the speaker so we can all do it together. Okay. So I'll program it through. So let's do this meditation, but I really want you to go there. Okay. Let yourself be engaged and let yourself shut your eyes and just go there, man. Just let it get into your mind and into your heart and become one. Become one. So I'll start that now, and then we'll go on after that. If you can you just lift your hand to tell me you can hear that?
Take a few moments to center yourself,
Is it loud enough?
closing your eyes, focusing
Yep.
attention on your breathing. Gentle rise and fall of your chest and belly.
I've heard it about 500 times.
It is.
Start to take
These all work better, Dad, if you don't talk.
Sorry.
feeling that expands your body. Hold it for a brief moment, then releasing it out with a soft yet audible sigh. Again, taking a slow, deep breath in, holding, and then releasing out, allowing the thoughts of the day to fade away with the breath. Softening into the background as you consciously draw your awareness into this moment. Preparing yourself for the practice of meditation. If at any time you notice your mind has wandered off in thoughts, this is okay. Just gently guiding it back to the breath and back to the practice of relaxation. Becoming aware of how you are positioned. Noticing how your body is feeling and making adjustments if needed. Allowing your shoulders to relax down. Your head and neck are passively relaxed, yet upright if you're sitting and lying on the bed also. Your expression natural and relaxed. Taking another deep breath in and out. Releasing everything. Feel the body slump into total relaxation. Letting go. Feeling your mind being gently anchored into this state of awareness. No longer being carried in the wild current of thoughts. Instead, present, focused, aware, allowing yourself to be completely present for this experience. Taking another slow, deep breath in, feeling your chest and belly expand with the breath, holding this breath for a moment, and again releasing with a sigh. Feel your mind clearing. Feel your body relaxing. Shedding the weight of mental restrictions. Becoming more focused. Tuning into the vibrations of self. The vibrations of your higher mind, your quality mind. Breathing in slowly, intentionally, and out, relaxing, releasing. Inviting in positive energy into your body, into your mind. Releasing out any negative energy, any doubt, fear, or judgment. Feel yourself expanding with the positive energy of the breath. Feel it feeding out through your entire being. traveling out through each and every cell of your body, through each synapse within your brain, communicating, creating a higher vibration of self. Feel your thoughts like energy, instantly clearing, releasing, coming into focus, becoming more purposeful with positive intention. Each breath resonating with your entire being, circulating the blood throughout your body, energized by your breath, your clarity of breath, your clarity of mind, raising your energies, awakening your quality mind. Feel this energy lifting. Now get up now. You're sitting or lying position, standing on your feet, bracing yourself comfortably with great balance, standing still and upright, keeping your eyes closed or downcast. Taking another slow, deep breath in and out. Lifting your consciousness up, raising your vibrations, lifting you up into a higher state of awareness, liberating you from doubt, from the shackles of who you thought you should be, who you had settled to be before you decided to start this meditation. You've changed already, no longer conforming to the old you. Instead, unlocking the divide between action and thought, connecting you with your higher mind, connecting you with your quality mind. And now that you stand in your master, you have the freedom and courage to be who you are. You are the architect of your own destiny. You choose the path you walk. You are safe. You are determined. You've never been stronger. Feel the energy flow through your mind. Feel this connection to your higher mind, your intuitive self. It comes with a sense of peace and calm, because this is who you really are, not the whirlwind of thought that passes through your mind in any passing moment. You are the observer, allowing each breath to continue to raise your vibrations, affirming this connection with your quality mind, raising your vibrations of self, liberating your awareness into the energy of consciousness, the higher state of functioning, the higher state of being. Know yourself, connect with yourself. This is who you are. Experience the freedom of potential, of individuality. Feel the vibrations of elevated consciousness, higher state of being, of happiness, of understanding as it flows through you, fueling your body and mind with each breath in and each breath out. The abundance of possibility is all here. It is not only within your reach, it is part of you, vibrating within you, through your body, your mind, your soul, all parts of you, your quality mind, who you are and what you are capable of. Choose to stay here, feel that energy. Choose to stay with this connection right now, allowing this quality mind to resonate through you, through your thoughts, through your sensations, through your actions, through your interactions. Taking a deep breath in, releasing out, inviting in this abundance of potential, opening yourself to possibility, understanding that every obstacle you come across, every challenge you set yourself, it is all within your power to overcome, to conquer, to achieve. You are no longer being swept along in the current of emotions and thoughts. You are now sailing gracefully above, looking down on the waters, aware, but not affected, unburdened, liberated, free, safe, powerful. Welcome to your quality mind. Taking another slow, deep breath in, releasing it out with a sigh. And we ready. Eyes. Ready for the rest of the day. Welcome to the next version of you.
All right, guys. The next version of you. Love it, mate. Love it. The next version of you. That's it. That's it. That's it. You know, we're creating ourselves. We're creating ourselves. You know, everything that's happening to us is a reflection of who we think we are. Who we think we are. We're creating ourselves. Okay, so the 4 laws. Okay, so this here, this is what we should be aiming for each day. 7 thought shops a day. Meditation for 5 to 10 minutes. Bubble pop, I don't do much of them, to be honest with you, but I did one with frustration, but I haven't done a lot of them. Body balance, Trav and Shell, do the body balance. You guys are you're doing a heap of work, put it in. And it's just the repetition of being accountable. You guys know what it's all about when it comes to your body and to peak fitness. You can't be half-assed and expect great results. You can't. You've got to be hard on yourself. So I've got to do it. Yeah, I don't feel like doing it. Just do it. That's how it works. Because you're programming your neurology the same way you program your everything that's anybody that's any good program themselves, whether it's racing car driving or kindergarten teaching. If they're half-assed, you're going to get half-assed results. You've got to hold yourself accountable, get on the app and do it religiously. Okay, the 4 laws. Let's go. Okay. First law, just get this over. Okay. Right. First law is the law of control. So these are universal laws, which basically means they always work. They always work. Same as gravity. They always work. The thing about universal laws is that if you don't know them, you suffer, as I did in my younger years. Didn't understand them and basically was victim to ignorance, and that ignorance will cause you to suffer. So the law of control, first off, is basically saying that you have total control over what goes in your mind.
Right.
Okay, now people struggle with this. A lot of people would argue, oh, I don't, you know, I mean, I'm subject to the world going on around me. It's true, things are happening, but you have control over what goes in your mind. It's the same as the body. Nobody can make you eat certain foods. They can't. So what happens then? Well, people can suggest it. People can influence you. They can give you options, but you control what goes in your body.
Yep.
This is the thing. People won't take responsibility for what's going on in their mind. They won't. Shelley, I know you're big on taking control on what goes in your body. You're very strict. Now, what has been the result of you being that strict on what's gone in your body? Your performance in terms of what you get out of your body is bloody excellent. It works. You're not a victim. But so what I'm trying to say, take yourself, Shell, right? You are subject to the same influence as the rest of us. I mean, you see the same ads. I mean, they're putting them out to you the same as they are to the rest of us. And you walk, you can smell food. You can You can be subject to influence from family, friends, media. But what happens is you are strict. You're very
Discipline.
you're disciplined and you're very strict. You guard what goes on in your mind. You take the steps necessary. Now that's what we got to do with our mind. Hey, but listen, only if we want to be awesome. If you're happy with mediocrity, just let the shit in and then complain about it and then think I better do something about it. And that's one way to live. And we've all done that. It's a shit way to live. It's a shit way to live. But I tell you, I mean that seriously. You will go around in circles and a year will pass and 2 years will pass and you'll keep churning out the same crappy experience. And then you'll think, I'm going to take some control over what's going on in here because it ruins your experience. It ruins your future because you create shit, but it also ruins the experience. You don't enjoy yourself. You don't, you get this, what would you call it? Dissatisfaction. You look in the mirror, and this is what people get in a big lot of trouble. They look in the mirror and they know that person in the mirror, they know, they may not admit it, but they know. That's why this is where you get depression, things like that. They know you're the one that's doing it. You're the one that's doing it. You know that. And so that's why you get that anxiety, that feels like, man, I'm doing this to myself. And this is where people fall out of love with themselves because secretly they know they're their own worst enemy because they're letting the shit in. So we've got to take stock of what's coming in. So there's a scripture that says, guard your heart with all diligence. What does that mean? What gets into your mind gets into your heart. And then what happens is guard your heart with all diligence, for out of it flow the forces of life. Shit in, shit out.
Yep.
And I know you guys are the same as me. Hey, I've had last year I had was a year of hell, and I'm not doing it again. I'm not doing it again, mate. I'm going up. I've picked my destination. I've picked my promised land. I know it's promised. I know I can do it. I know, though, I have to follow the recipe. So I'm controlling what goes in. What goes in your head, what goes in your mind will get in your heart, and then you got a big problem. So the law of control, just like your body, you got to control the diet. You got to control your mental diet.
Yep.
What the world's not doing it to you. They can only suggest it. You have control over what goes in. So we get to the next law. The next law is the law of change. Here we go. We're back on the app. Okay. I had an experience over the last 2 days where I had 4 people. I'm thinking, man, this is happening for me. I had whatever it was, 4 sessions booked up. But more than I got plenty booked up. But then I had 4 what's the word? Cancellations. And I thought, I'm not going to do that. I'm not getting down. I refuse to get down. I went to my thought shops. I did say I was frustrated. I said, went to my thoughts, said, right, this is an opportunity for me to prove who I really am. So I refuse to go down that path. So that's where the app comes in. You change your thought. You got to go to your thought shops. Go to your thought shops. Go to your thought shops about who you are and about what this means. Okay? That's another great. Nothing has any meaning. Nothing has any meaning except the meaning you give it. Nothing has any meaning. Is this an opportunity or is it the end? It's an opportunity. Okay? You give meaning to things.
So
Okay.
Shaney,
Yep.
so could I write down under change of attitude?
Well, okay, good question. Good question. And you guys, you can take yourselves off mute if you want to ask questions, because questions help. That's a great question, Dad. So what we do, okay, this is how it works. I'm glad you brought that up. Attitude is state. Okay? Attitude comes from programmed thoughts. Attitude is not a thought. Repetitive thought creates attitude. You can call it attitude, you can call it a mood, or you can call it a state. So what happens, this is why we've got to work fucking hard on the thoughts, programming, repetition. Repetition creates attitude. Attitude is mood or state. But from your mood or your state, you will create your identity. And from identity, you will create your reality. So we've got to nip the thought in the bud. This is what people don't do in countries like Australia where they're blessed and life gets so dark. I've done it too. I didn't change the thought when something negative had, and then I went through hell. And it was like dark, man. It gets dark and dark and dark. You know why? Because your thoughts are energy, and the more the more they get together, the thicker they get, and the more intense they get, and then your mood gets stronger, and it gets more negative, and it gets darker, and it gets darker. And what was that little thought at the start that you didn't kill becomes a monster. And now you're in trouble, mate. Now you're in trouble. Now you need a coach like me to help you pull you out. It's like quicksand, and you need someone to help you pull you out. But you should have nipped that thing in the bud and just change that thought, okay? So, yeah, attitudes come after thought. So how do you get a new attitude? Change. New thought, 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 new thought. Now you're starting to build an attitude or build a state or build a mood. Think of attitude, state, and mood as the same thing.
Yep.
Okay, so you got to nip it in the bud. Law of change. Good question. Anybody's got to ask questions, they help. All right, law of connection. Law of connection is that, once again, see the arrows? What's coming in? If you're connected to the outside, emotionally connected, you will let the thoughts that you don't want in, and they will lodge. And if they lodge in your head, they will lodge in your heart. If they stay in your head, you've got to nip in the bud with the head, right? They go to your head, and then they go to your heart. If you allow that to happen, you got a fucking problem, because your heart gets engaged, you get emotion, and that's when you create. You're sending a force out. See the arrows going out? Now you're creating shit you don't want. So you got to understand that this is the way the world is designed. Okay? I know I believe in the scriptures, mind you, that's my interpretation of the scriptures, but they've been around for 1,000 years, and they resonate with me because they work. I practice them, they work. And I'm not just saying that to say I'm great. What I mean is, I have not practiced them too, and my life has turned to shit. You got to do it through repetition. You got to change it. You got to know the law of connection. You got to know that the outside is connected to the inside, and it goes both ways. If you let what you don't want in, you will then put what you don't want out. And the world's going to mirror that. The world's going to mirror that, and you're going to get a mess. You're going to get what you don't want. So you've got to make yourself awesome. But you know what you got to do? Get up in the morning, get excited, and go, hey, man, this is my opportunity. You know what? I'm not going to make life good. I'm going to make it fucking awesome, mate. Because I can. I can create my identity. And then out of my identity, I create my reality. And I'm going to live it. And so you get up when you understand what's on offer, you get excited. And that's when you're really starting to do things. Because when you get excited, that is your heart and your head coming into coherence. Because that's when you're starting to think, hey, man, I think I can do this shit. I think I can do this. And so you've got, just practice it on little things. You've got something coming up and just say to yourself, I mean, I've done it at work, man. And you think, this is not going to go well. This is going to go incredibly well. Why not? Why not? The world's mirroring me. It mirrors the good, the bad, and the average. Make it awesome. Make yourself awesome. Make your life awesome. That's the law of connection. Understand the connection. All right. The last one here is the law of attraction. And basically, what that's saying is the same thing. I mean, we're saying these are all laws, but really, it's all just different ways of representing the same philosophy, or different aspects of the same philosophy. Now, the law of attraction is that you attract what you are. So you attract what you think. That's true. But basically, what we're teaching in this program is that what you think repetitively, you become. And you attract what you think you are. I have a belief that some of these people that are megastar celebrities, things like that, I believe that, like, why does a great guitarist, I mean, an outstanding guitarist, or an outstanding singer, or an outstanding actor, why do they get paid? I mean, the really good ones. And why do they get paid 10 million? Why not 10 grand? 10 grand is pretty good. And why do they get 10 million? What is that? How the hell did that happen? How the hell did we get this idea that being an entertainer was fucking awesome and we should pay them truckloads of money? I mean, wouldn't a brilliant brain surgeon get more than that? Or wouldn't the greatest teacher or kindergarten teacher that makes kids awesome, wouldn't they get more? No, they don't. What the hell? Entertainers or tennis players who, like, you're hitting the ball. It's a game. It's not even an adult's thing. It's a kid's thing. What the hell? Why do they get paid so much? I tell you what I believe. I believe that they get up in the morning and they have this belief. I'm not saying it's real. Here's this. Remember this. Your beliefs aren't real. Your beliefs aren't real. But they're powerful because they create. Your belief is just a thought that you've made up based on an experience you had or an experience someone else you trust had. But you think it's real and it becomes your reality. I know that because you can change beliefs anytime you want. In fact, we do change them. We change them often. But what happens is, the law of attraction is you do attract through your thoughts, but basically you attract through your dominant thoughts, through your conditioned thoughts. And if you're a good way, this is a good note to put down. You don't attract with your thoughts so much as attract your experience. You attract what you think you are. You attract thoughts that match who you think you are. You attract experiences, you're not thoughts. You have thoughts, and your thoughts become your identity, and you attract experiences and people that match who you think you are. That's one of the best ways of describing the law of attraction. And so I believe celebrities get up thinking they're fucking awesome because they can play tennis really well, or they can act as someone really well. Like, and acting's not even a real job. Like, you're not even actually doing anything. You're just pretending you're someone else. But we pay them tens of millions, sometimes hundreds of millions. And I believe it's because they get up really excited because they have men and women screaming to get their autograph and want to touch them. Imagine how you feel if people want to touch you. They just want to touch you. They want to be close to you. This is how Jesus lived. And that's how Elvis Presley lived. And I believe that that's why they attract billions of dollars to them, because they have this energy. It's not real, but they have this energy that says, I'm fucking awesome. I'm incredible. I'm absolutely amazing. And that energy attracts to them experiences that match that. Now, the person that's mediocre and feels mediocre attracts to them experiences, including money, that match that. Are you with me on that?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Okay. So any comments from anybody?
I got a comment. I reckon that realizing that connection, well, number one, it's a law. That's good to know. And that the inside is just basically outpicturing the outside. You know, I mean, the connection between the inside and the outside, and it's a law thing. There's no getting around it. Whatever I'm doing in my head, I'm going to see it out there, good or bad.
Yep. Anybody else got any comments?
Can you take it too far, you know, to the point where, you know, like you're really believing, you know, that you're super confident and all that sort of thing? I suppose I've answered my own question. I don't think you really can, but you know, thinking that the sun shines out of your ass, pretty much, you know,
Well,
you're getting up yourself a little bit there.
That's a good question. That's a good question, Jake. Whenever you think of that, think about the Wright brothers. Think about the Wright brothers, and think about Henry Ford and blokes like Tesla and that. Seriously, they had people tell them, "You're full of shit, mate. It's never going to happen." Like, imagine it had never happened.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
yeah.
I mean, so can you do the impossible? Shit, we've been doing it since day one. Otherwise, we'd still be in fucking caves, mate.
Yeah.
Wearing leaves, running around the jungle. You know what I mean? Like, so yeah, mate. You know you can't overdo it. The 4-minute mile. What about the 4-minute mile? He wasn't realistic. He wasn't realistic. Is it realistic to do the impossible?
No, it's not.
No, it's not. Thank God that we've got a small minority that are unrealistic. Otherwise, we'd still be riding horses and eating beside the campfire.
Yep, that's right.
And here we are, every one of us, here we are sitting talking to each other, and we are hundreds of miles away from each other, looking on a frigging screen and talking to each other.
That's
How
right.
amazing is that?
Mm.
How amazing is that? Tell that just to someone 200 years ago. They say, absolute bullshit, mate. Not a hope. Not a hope.
Even 20 years ago.
So listen, don't let reality fuck with you, mate. Right? I helped a lady get rid of cancer out of her body. Disappeared, mate. Disappeared. Absolutely disappeared. I got the form to prove it. And when the specialist gave it to her, she said, take that home and frame it. I've never seen that before. No, mate. No, you can't overdo it. Of course, depending on where you're at, you may want to, you've got to go with the flow as you work through it. But it's a good question, mate. It's a good question. Let's keep moving. Okay. Where are we? All right. Okay, we've done that. All right. Here we go. This resonates with me. This is the artist's canvas. So, which basically says, get up in the morning and think, what am I doing? How am I going to create? What am I creating today? What's going to happen this year? You've got to have your goals written down. You should have at least 2 or 3 goals for the next 12 months or the next 24 months or 5 years, whatever suits you. Where are you going? Who are you and where are you going? And every day, the first thing I do, my morning program, I go straight to memories where I've accomplished things. And I remember that moment when I felt awesome. I thought, yes, man, I know it. I can do it. And that straight away, I put on a meditation. There's a meditation on there about heart coherence. I get onto that. That tells me, that says, all right, Shane, remember a time that is an awesome memory where you just felt amazing. It might be something, a moment you loved, a time you loved, or a person you love. I always think of moments that I loved where like one of them is when Maureen, who conquered cancer, is her walking into my house and handing me that sheet. That's one of them right there. She goes, have a look at this. And I couldn't understand what I was reading because it was a bit complicated. And I said, what is it? And I've got the memory of her. She looked at me and she said, it's gone. And I was like, man, straight away, man, I'm in the zone. I'm in the zone. Now, it's what's going to happen today. So straight away, I'm thinking, I'll tell you what's going to happen today. It's going to be a fucking awesome day for me because I can do anything. And then I go to my 3 goals of what I'm going to do this year. And then I go to another meditation, which is the visualization one. And I visualize the end result. And about now, man, I am pumping, mate. I'm pumping. And I believe as I maintain that, and things are going great for me, things are really happening, I believe it's just going to go up and up and up and keep going because the world's going to mirror me. So that's the artist canvas. So now, what have we got here? Indifference. So here we go, the connection. So you're going to start off with a clean canvas. The one on the left, now that is me. And that is me last year. And because I'm aware of thinking messy thoughts and I was having a messy life. That is my boxing career. A fucking mess. A mess, mate. And I didn't want a mess. What I wanted that picture on the right. That was my dream. My dream was the sparkle picture on the right. That's me. Them two, that's me as a fighter. The guy on the right, that's my potential. The guy on the left, that's what the result. That's the result. And I'm very aware of it. And it really is meaningful to me. Sometimes I try not to get choked up because I remember the kid that was wanting to be the champion. And fuck, he worked hard, mate. And he worked his ass off. And he had this skill. He had ability. He had potential. But my thoughts were programmed on what I didn't want, what wasn't working, what wasn't happening right for me. It's true, I had strengths, I had ability, I had good trainers. They were positive. They said, you're going to go well, mate. There's no doubt about that. I had great determination. I'd done really well fighting in the street, so I had plenty of experience where I can do this. And I started off well as a amateur fighter. I won a state title, and I'm even starting off well as a pro fighter. Second pro fight. I'm fighting at Rod Laver Arena. Costa Zoo's the main event. That's your second pro fight, man. Things are looking good, mate. And that's the guy in right with those sparkles. That's me. That was the kid. And but I kept focusing on what wasn't working. And what happened was I got the mirror back. The inadequacies didn't get smaller. I had good intentions. Here's a great quote. I love this quote. Only because of its honesty, because it resonates with me. The road to hell is paved with good intentions. The road to hell is paved with good intentions. I had great intentions. My intentions were get rid of these inadequacies, Shane. If we get rid of those, improve, and you've got strengths, they don't need to be focused on because they already exist.
Yeah.
So what we'll do, we'll focus on eliminating, Dad, you were there, focus on eliminating this problem and this problem. Only a couple, this problem and this problem. But, I had an energy problem. I lacked energy, not every day, but other days I lacked energy. And I thought, shit, man, I need more energy because I need to get fitter. And I'd spar and work my ass off, training hard, work my ass off, had a spar, had to go, not bad, but shit, I died in that last round, or even I'd win a fight. Yeah, how'd you go? I won the fight, but man, I need to be better. If I want to be the champion, I've got to do better than that, Dad. That guy wasn't that great. I should have done better. And, mate, it chokes me up now because that kid worked his ass off, mate. But he focused on what wasn't working. He focused on what wasn't the best. And you know what happened? He got more of it. And he went down
100% right.
further. And life got a bit darker. And he got down a bit further. He's in that fucking quicksand. Going down. So that's what we don't want to do. That's a recipe for disaster. What I needed was someone like me, now, to say, listen, mate, you have got a recipe for failure there. You need to chuck that thing to the shit house, mate. I'm telling you. What went well today? Okay, what went well today? Okay, well, I was buggered, but the first 4 rounds I was pretty good. Okay, man. Now, did you know energy comes from how you think? No, I didn't know that. Wow, that's why you're losing energy, man. You're focused on the negatives. It's sucking energy out of you. It's sucking the life out of you. What you need to do is get up in the morning and say, I'm getting better every day, getting fitter every day. Had 4 good rounds yesterday. Today's going to be a good day. I'm awesome. Potential. I've got potential, and that potential is going to get bigger as I give my energy to it. So I need to think what I want and feel it. Okay, you got a memory, Shane. Did you go well? When did you go well? Yeah, it went well last week. All right, I want you to think of that. I want you to think of that. I want you to remember that. I want you to remember that. And I want you to say this scripture. Guard your heart with all diligence, for out of it flow the forces of life. What gets into your head is going to get into your heart. When you get your head, your mind, and your heart connected, you become a force. And the world's going to change. Fuck reality, mate. Fuck reality. Start saying, energy flows to me abundantly every day. Energy flows to me abundantly every day. Energy flows to me abundantly every day. I'm overflowing with energy. Now, so what I'm saying to you guys, what do you need? What do you want? Where are you going? So you think, oh, well, I want money. Money's flowing to me every day. Money's flowing to me every day. Money's flowing to me every day. All right, well, I want a good relationship. I have good relationships with everyone because my energy is outstanding. I have good relationships with everything but because my energy is outstanding. Is it true? No, it's not true. Fuck the truth. What's the scripture? God gives life to the dead and calls those things that be not as though they are. That's what I want you to do. So I want your words and your visualizations, your affirmations to line up with that sparkly picture on the right. That is you. Awesomeness, okay? None of that shit on the left. That is rubbish. That is rubbish. That is not what you can, that is not you. But that's the rubbish thoughts. So we've got to think those thoughts of the one on the right. So get your thoughts sparkly. Get your affirmations sparkly. I'm serious. You're full of sparkle, man. You're full of brilliance. Create a masterpiece. You can do it.
Definitely.
I promise you can do it. But you'll get whatever you program. You'll get whatever you program. Are you with me?
Yeah, mate.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so no, so I've got to be emphatic about it because it's meaningful to me because you're born brilliant, mate. No one's born a loser. Babies aren't losers. They're born brilliant. But you've got to program it. The life kicks it out of you. You have an experience that you got embarrassed at school and you're off, man. You're off heading down the wrong path. And every time you think of that shitty experience, you're getting further from your true nature. Look, the truth of the matter is you can call it give it any name you want, but you are God. You are God.
Yep.
Call it now.
Yep.
That's, if you've got a different religion, call it energy, call it the universe, call it whatever you want. But you are connected to source energy.
Yep.
Okay. And I'm not talking tomato sauce. I always think of that whenever I hear that. I was thinking sauce.
Yeah, right.
No, we're talking God. We're talking God. Okay. So now that's the power that's within. Okay. The power that's within. So, yeah. Okay. So what I want to say to you is life is not happening to you. It is happening through you. Life is not happening to you. It is happening through you. What you see out here is like what you don't do with food, Shelley. It's like a Big Mac, and then people eat it. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but what I mean is, but then you complain you're fat. Okay? Now, the Big Mac didn't do it to you. You ate the Big Mac. Okay? Now, of course, one Big Mac's not going to kill you. But what happens if you do it repetitively, you're going to get overweight. And then you're going to go, fuck, man, I'm overweight. And people do this, and they don't realize it's the same thing with the mind. It's like, shit, man. And I was one of them. Don't get you wrong. I'm not saying it's about you. I'm saying it's about me. Saying, shit, man, I don't have what I want. I don't have what I want. Life is shit. Life is shit. Life is shit. It's because you're putting shit in and shit's coming out. Okay? Guard your heart with all diligence, for out of it flow the forces of life. Okay?
Yep.
There was a scripture I wrote down that was awesome. What was it? Okay. Subconscious. Okay, the subconscious process. Repetitive thinking. Repetitive thinking leads to repetitive conscious thinking, right?
Yep.
It's the same as when you learn to drive a car. Repetitive conscious, it's clunky at the start, okay? So don't think because you're not that great at it, think, oh, I'm not that good at this, I don't really believe it and all that. Now, throw that bullshit out the window. If we all did that when we first started driving a car, we'd all still be riding horses again. We'd say, well, I couldn't get the license. Why? It was too bloody hard, mate. Especially when you start and you've got to think of the shift, changing gears and looking at the rearview mirror and all that shit. And it's like nearly had an accident. Oh, no way, Dad. This is too bloody hard. This is too hard. This is too hard. I was talking to my son about this, one of my sons, and I was so proud of him because he failed it twice and he was really struggling, you know, and but he didn't give up. And I was just talking to him about it the other day, you know, he didn't give up. And the third time he got it. And I said, mate, remember this is a lesson for life. You had a chance the first time. You could have said, Dad, it's too fucking hard. I can't do this. It's embarrassing.
Yep.
I couldn't get it. I failed it. You know, I said, you could have done that. And then the second time you could have done even more. And then you get to 35. You can't pick your girlfriend up because you've got no license. And it was all because you give up. Because it was hard at the start. It gets easier.
Yeah.
You're programming, it
Does.
gets easier. Life gets easier. The brain loves what's familiar. So you've got to make your powerful, positive thoughts familiar. This is where repetition comes in, okay? So, Jake, if you want powerful thoughts about yourself and your future, and you're thinking they're pretty big, you've got to do the work. And you've got to say it with feeling. The brain loves emotion. The brain loves emotion. So you say it with feeling and you program it in and you program it in and you program it in. And then after a while, it starts to resonate in your heart. And now you got your brain and your heart in sync. Now you're a force. Now you're a force. Okay?
Yep.
For as another scripture, for as he thinketh in his heart, so is he.
Yes.
His head, not his head. The head's the starting point. Okay? So you think in you get a thought and you go, righto, I'm going to make this much money. I am awesome. I'm going to make this much money. I am awesome. Or whatever is appropriate for you, whatever feels good for you. And by the end of the year, this is what's happening. This is what's happening. This is who I am. This is where I'm going. These are my affirmations. Every morning I go straight to the meditations, go to the memory, get myself in a powerful state. Then I say, I have affirmations about who I say I am. This is who I am. This is who I am. I've got them written in my journal. And then I say, and this is where I'm going. This is where I'm going. This is where I'm going. And I'm programming it. And I'm just not going to take no for an answer. And this is the thing, Jake. I do have a little caveat. I say to myself, and this does make me feel good. I say, I may not get there exactly that, but I'll get fucking close, mate. Now, this is the thing, right? This is the last thing I want to leave you with, right? Your potential's here. Your potential's here. This is, I lived this. Your potential is here. Your self-belief or identity is here. Will you fulfill your potential?
No.
No, you won't. You will not. You'll hit here. Yeah, but your potential really is here. This is me. I lived it. Yeah, but my potential is really baffled my coaches, best coaches in the country. Baffled them. This was my potential. This is my potential. This was my identity, my mindset, my attitude, my mood. That's where I got. Now, in answer to your question, Jay, this is your potential. Now, this is where you're saying and raising your identity to. This is your mood. This is your state. Woo! Love that word. This is your state. Will you fulfill your potential?
Yes.
You will succeed your potential. Will you hit here? I don't know. Maybe you will, maybe you won't. But you'll get you'll hit your potential and overcome it. Think of Muhammad Ali. I am the greatest. I am the greatest. I am the greatest. He wasn't the greatest when he said that.
No.
But he became it. God voted the greatest athlete of the century. And
That's
he
right.
just programmed it. He just programmed it. But he did, if I could talk to him now, he would say, Shane, you know that what you're teaching? That's exactly what I did. I acted it. I said it. I felt it as much as I could. And it came. It came. Okay. Okay.
Good example. Good example, Shani.
Yeah. It became truth. Okay. So his potential rose. So you will rise above your potential if you set your aim high and do the work. All right,
Yep.
wins and challenges. We're finishing up. Okay. Has anybody got anything that they want to share about a win or a challenge that they've had? Something they've won. We've already spoke about Jess. Anybody got it? Or a challenge? Say, shit, I'm really struggling with that. Anybody got something they say, I won, or I got a challenge. Anybody got anything they want to share like that? Jess has already shared. Dad, you've shared. I'm actually talking to Travis, Shelley, and Errol Flynn.
My only challenge at the moment is the year starts off pretty slow. So so just like trying to ramp up the work, trying to get more jobs in, all that sort of stuff. It's pretty common in January. Everyone's sort of half asleep still in building. So
Yep. Okay, so here's a suggestion, mate. I in my short thoughts, did you hear that? In my short thoughts, I said.
oh, chops.
All right. Yeah, well, all right. In my thought shops, right?
Oh, right. Is that what you mean?
I've got, stop the swearing. In my thought shops, I've got whatever I give my attention, because I believe this, whatever I give my attention to, I am one with God. I am one with God, and God is everything. Because I believe that.
Yeah.
I believe God is energy, and everything is energy. God is above all, in all, and through all, and by him all things consist. That's what the scriptures say, and I believe that's energy. And so I believe that what I give my attention to, and also because of my boxing experience, I really have a strong belief about it. I believe that what I give my attention to, I get more of. So what I do is, if I want something like sales or anything for that matter, I say that I am one with God and God is everything. Sales are coming to me now. Sales are coming to me now. Sales are coming to me now. In fact, sales are coming to me in abundance now. They're coming to me now because I give my attention to it. Whatever I give my attention to flows to me. If I give my attention to failure, failure's coming to me now. If I give my attention to shitty experiences, they're coming to me now. But I'm giving my attention to sales. Sales are coming to me now. They're coming to me now. They are coming to me now. And I'll say that over and over again. And then when I'm starting to really feel it, then I visualize. So in your case, I would visualize Tash saying to me, oh, Jake, we can't keep up with this. There's too many people coming. We're going to have to put someone on. And then I'm up, I'm vibrating. See, now my energy is vibrating. I'm pumping out good stuff, and that's what's coming.
Yep.
Yeah.
Awesome, mate.
Yep. Okay. We've already done that.
Hey, Janie,
Yeah.
you know how when you were boxing, we gave our focus to what you were doing wrong,
Yep.
and we got more of it. It proved that true. I think it's a very good idea for everybody, like say Jake thinking about getting more orders, just give his attention to some of the past orders he's got.
Absolutely.
And then and really love them, enjoy them. Now,
Tell me
this
this,
is
Dad.
easy.
If people think about about their wife died, or something that their son died, or they went broke, and they keep thinking about it, and it happened 10 years ago. What about something that happened when they were 2, 3, 5 years old? If they keep thinking about it, keep feeling it, keep thinking about it, is shit going to happen today? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Because there is no time. There is only in your mind. See, the mind, remember this, your mind doesn't know what's real. It doesn't know what's not real. It doesn't know what's good for you. It doesn't know what's bad for you. It's getting its information from you. It believes what you tell it. The kingdom of God is like a little child. You know what that scripture is saying? That scripture is saying it will believe whatever you tell it.
Yeah.
A little child, it will believe what you tell it. What does a child believe? What's told with repetition and what's told with emotion. Okay? So you've got to say it and feel it and say it and feel it and then think it and visualize it. And your heart will believe it. All right. Anybody got any reward or recognition that they want to say well done to anybody, or say I did something great, or say someone else did something great?
Well, I think it's fantastic what I see Trav and Shell put in there about their appreciations. That's a great thing to do.
Yep.
As long as they're feeling it, not just writing it, but actually feeling it. Be appreciative for it. It's a wonderful idea.
Yep.
So just because they're just going to get more of that. That's what I'm saying.
That's it. Oh, great way to have an awesome relationship.
Yes.
Yeah. Hey, go on. Yeah, go on, Trav.
I was going to say Jess. Jess has done a world of world of stuff on the app by looks, by those crafts. And well done, buddy. That's awesome. Especially after that before Christmas.
Yeah.
That's a great effort, buddy. Good job.
Yeah. Well, I knew I had to do it, and I knew I had to do it, but as a result of doing it, I actually feel better. Not so much knowing of what it's going to do, but just doing it in itself actually makes me feel better. You know what I mean?
That's spot on.
Like you know it's going to work, obviously, if you do it, but actually literally doing it, not so much what it does for you, but doing it actually makes me feel better.
How you feel is really important, mate.
Yeah.
Super stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's great.
Excellent, mate. Really good, Jesse. All right, same time next week, righto. Repetition, okay. Well, we've already spoken about that a lot. And okay, what are we doing? Wins and challenges, we already did that. Hang on. All right, okay. Everything is neutral until you give it meaning. Okay, which I like to say, nothing has any meaning in and of itself. And that's a great, that was a great question what you asked, Jake. We keep going back to that. Nothing has any meaning except the meaning you give it. Okay, so is this hard? The world is asking.
No.
There's a scripture that I love. I call heaven and earth to record this day against you, that I've set before you life or death, blessing or cursing. Therefore, choose life. You have a choice. What does this mean? What does this mean? What's this going to be like? What's tomorrow going to be like? Everything's choice. The world is watching, listening, waiting for your choice.
You bet.
Get up in the morning and get yourself pumped. Like a rock star. Okay, righto. What else we got here? We're moving along, and that is we're all right. We've gone over anyway. We've gone over time. Okay, one thing. That's right. Hang on, I'll just stop sharing for a minute. Okay, I forgot to get a photo last. They like us to get photos. It's good to get a photo. So, hang on. I'll just adjust my computer so I can get a photo.
Are you in outer space at the moment, or?
I'm in my spaceship. I'm in my spaceship, mate. I am. All right. Okay, at least you put some clothes on. Jesse started the thing program naked. I had to pause. I had to pause the recording. I get locked up for that shit. All right. So let's all wave. Act like you really enjoyed it. Especially Trav. Well done, my man. Boom. All right, characters. Excellent. Really good session. And just before last thing, really seriously, just get on the WhatsApp group and support each other. Make yourselves accountable. It bloody helps. You know, we're just about halfway through the program. Make this shit happen, mate. Get your vibes up, but do support each other, because when you're accountable, you know, you'll do more for someone else than you do for yourself most of the time. So if you're accountable, it really does help. So support each other, build each other up, and we'll be back next week.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
See you guys.
See you later.
See you later. See ya. Bye, everyone.
Yeah,